Hello. Hi everyone. Thank you for waiting. It's been a bit chaotic.
Sindbarflay just resubscribed for 9 months. 9 whole months. Worbla time. My sprinkler goes like this and comes back like
Thanks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Has it been 9 months? Oh my goodness. Welcome on in. Hi Sandbar. Hi Bite Rot. Thank you for the shout out for Bite Rot. Yes. Hi everyone. It's been it's been a hectic week. As part of the Netherlands where I live had sudden floods. There was a lot of rain and the rivers that we have could not keep up. So we've had floods and things. Hi Quentin, welcome on in. So yeah, there was suddenly was flooding. We're safe. We've been safe. Thankfully, our home is on top of a hill. So most of the water got like past us. We also had plenty of food in the house to hi Bubbles, welcome on in. We also had plenty of food in the house to be able to like survive for at least a week. So yeah, thankfully we're all safe. Been safe, but it's been a spicy week because yeah, for several days we couldn't go anywhere really because even though we're safe on top of the hill, everything at the bottom of the hill was basically flooded. So we couldn't drive anywhere, we couldn't go anywhere. But that's solved. Well, solved. Most of the water is gone now, and people can start repairing. But yeah, that was a pretty stressful week. Pretty stressful week. But yeah, how have you all been? How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Rain has been crazy over in your region as well, Bite Rot. The only dangerous thing you had to do was drive through it a couple times. Yeah. So, on Tuesday, we were out doing groceries when suddenly we were hit by this massive rain. Yeah, all of our friends and family are safe. We've been in contact with everyone. Everyone is safe. Not too much damage either, so that's good. You had a monthly amount of rainfall every day for a few days. Yeah, that was a massive amount of rain. I believe that in one day, the heaviest day, we had more rain in one day than we would have normally had the entire summer. Yeah, still the same one. Salvora is eventually going to turn this into a pendant of this one. So I, because these two keep getting tangled. Need to quickly put this away because I was working on some kind of construction to have a little pet cam on because little Sol is sleeping on a chair here. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to work because the cords are too short. But Thursday is my next payday, and then I'm buying at least a USB extension cord with an amplifier on it, so my desk cam can be pulled away further. Eventually, I want to have a ceiling mount looking down on the table. Oh, cleaning up dishes. Eee, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, everyone's safe. We're all doing well. It was just stressful. But thankfully everyone's safe and the damage is, as far as my friends and family goes, the damage that they have is minimal. There are people that have not been so lucky. At one point, the entire city center was flooded. It was bizarre. It was so bizarre because, well, the river flows right through the center, so there was too much water. It couldn't hold it. The water never gets even close to the edge, but it did. Yeah, there's a lot of damage for those people, sadly. Thankfully, as far as we know, there have been no casualties here in the Netherlands. Other people in Germany and Belgium have not been so lucky. Yeah, it was 20 meters above sea level. I think that's because it's New Amsterdam's Pijl. But I'm not sure if that's the same as sea level. I don't know if any of you know that. I know that most of the Netherlands is officially below sea level because we dried out the wetlands and turned them into the Netherlands. So some people argue that we don't live on top of a hill because it's only X meters above sea level, but what they don't realize is that the Netherlands, most of it actually lies below sea level. So there are even some people locally that would call this a mountain. It's definitely not a mountain. By Dutch standards, it is steep. But we don't have mountains over here. We have hills. But when, like, dare I say 70%, if not more, of your country is flat because it's man-made, then a slope, yeah, is suddenly very steep. But yeah. I keep looking at Sol. She's so happy. She's got a chair that she's claimed as her own. And we used to have it's just a very sturdy wooden chair with a small pillow on it. And we used to have that in the bathroom because we dye our hair ourselves here at home. So that would be the chair that people would sit on to have their hair done. Because I cut hair, dye hair, bleach it. But yeah, we need an extra chair because we've been crafting with a few of us here in the craft room. So I need an extra chair, and I haven't returned it back to the bathroom. But she has found her chair and she's reclaimed it. So New Amsterdam's Pijl is not the same as sea level. Okay, originally the zero level of NAP was the average summer floodwater level in the A, just north of the center of Amsterdam, which was at the time in 1684 the main shipping area, then still connected with the open sea. Currently, it is physically realized by a brass benchmark on a 22-meter pile below in the Dam Square in Amsterdam. The brass benchmark in the Amsterdam Stopera Combined City Hall and Opera House, which is a tourist attraction, is no longer used as a reference point. We have a mountain in the Kingdom of the Netherlands. However, that is not in the Netherlands, right? That's not on our mainland. I believe that is in... yeah, somewhere. I'm doing well, actually, Bubbles. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling a lot better now that it's sunny outside again. Because we've had 4 days of non-stop rain. And I mean non-stop. It's just... At one point it was like a light drizzle, but it was still raining. And now it's sunny. It's been sunny after. Hi DJ, welcome on in. It's on St. Maarten. Yeah, that's what I thought. One of the ABC-eilanden. No, it's not in the... Oh god. Okay, so I am terrible at geography, in case you didn't notice. But the Netherlands is quite complex. because there's the Netherlands. No, the tiny ass country. And then there's the Kingdom of the Netherlands, which is the Netherlands and a group of islands. I don't really want to get into that too deeply because A, I'm gonna get it wrong. Absolutely wrong. And B, spoons, you know? But yeah, that's that's a whole different story. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing a lot better now that the sun is out again. I've been meaning to stream last week, but then with the floods, out of precaution, we turned off all most electrical devices, unplugged them, and also unplugged the network. Because it was safer, because there were parts that had power outages, and it turns out that those power outages were caused by the if I would translate it, would be the small transformer houses, because our electricity net runs below ground, and then in it's not in every street. It's like every group of streets, or maybe it isn't every street. There are these small boxes, essentially metal boxes, that electricians can get to if they need to figure something out, or the government keeps track of it, do maintenance on it, etc. And those little boxes that we call transformer houses got flooded as well, which short-circuited and then caused the electricity to go down in that area. Oh, hi and bye, Valen. Nee, geen verdeelstation, een transformatorhuisje. Een verdeelstation, which is dividing station, is a lot bigger than that. So no, it was like on a way smaller scale. Hide your popcorn. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not an electrician, guys. Forgive me, I'm not an electrician. Yeah, I mean those by run. I don't believe they have different words. No, I don't think so either, DJ, because our electricity net works differently. Like I said, we have everything below ground. Yeah, we just have everything below ground. Including our electricity net and phone net and everything. Oh, your room is in the attic. Yeah, right, Quentin. I remember you mentioning that. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I remember what that's like. Sadly, I used to have my room in the attic at my parents' as well. That's out. Valent made new room with this. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, new room with this. Hi, Valen. It's the craft room. I think you were very busy last weekend being a bird. Was it? Were you busy being a bird, or were you busy being steampunk aviator? I mean, honestly, what's the difference? But both, yeah. Put those straight through your region. People still very cross about it because it's very... Wait, everything's below ground except the import and export of power? Yeah, the huge power lines, you mean? Yeah, we still have those high voltage power lines above ground, yes. Yes. Medium low voltage, yeah, it's mostly below ground. Oh, that sucks, Bite Rot. That really sucks, yeah. I remember when Senbar and I were looking to buy a house. And we also looked in an area here that is old mining, like built above old coal mines that haven't been in use since the late 50s? No. Later than that. But anyway, they haven't been in use for a long time. What is happening now in some places is that the ground is no longer stable. So some houses that were built have started to slowly shift. I don't want to say sink because it's not that as bad as a sinkhole or anything like that, but they've started to shift because the ground is slowly sinking, which has devalued a lot of houses. There was one house we went to take a look at, and we were like, it wasn't, for some reason it wasn't as noticeable in the living room, but then again we didn't really go to that part of the living room. But then we went upstairs and we stood in one of the bedrooms, and I felt like I was tipping over. I just felt like if you'd put a marble on the ground, it would just go straight to the edge, because the ground was like, the floor was at an angle, because yeah, when it was built it was probably level, but then as the ground starts slowly shifting, so did the houses. Tragic, really. Yeah, it's a very slow process. Most of the houses are like stable. You can live in them. There's no danger or anything. But yeah, it still creeps. You give me the creeps, right? Cause yeah, I don't know. Your floor is at a slight angle. It's not like that if you put down a table, it'll just shift towards the wall or anything. But if you're standing somewhere and your feet and your body is telling you that you're not standing straight, but you can't really see the angle, that's just, yeah. Haunted house vibes. Yeah, kinda. Thank you, Sen. Yeah, if people wanna learn more about the Dutch power nets and how the infrastructure works and things, Sen has posted a link in chat. Yeah, that's. There were also some houses where I'd call like, "Hey, you want to come take a look at the house?" And if there had been a previous, well, interested party that had also done put in a had a professional take a look at the house and evaluate it. If anything from that report would be very negative, especially if it would be like a cause not to buy it, they have to tell you. If they have that on paper, if there has been like the professional research has been done and something like that comes like on the report, they have to tell you when you buy when you're interested, when you call them like, "Hey, I'm interested in this house," and they're like, "Okay, are you aware that this house has got mining damage?" Well then, yeah, we've God, we went and viewed so many houses. so many weird stories I could tell. Oh man, so many weird stories I could tell about viewing houses and oh, they misnamed your village. How dare. How dare. Yeah, no, there was this one instance where we went to view a house. And normally the people that live in the house are not there when you go view a house. And it's just the what's the English word for it? Is that a broker? I don't know, the person that actually, like, the salesman is there, and the people that actually own the house are not and are there. But in this instance, you rang the doorbell, and there's this person that is clearly not a salesman. You're a bit confused. Like, oh yeah, come in. The salesman will be here. Yeah, he'll be here in a few. So when he was late, which was odd, but that wasn't the weirdest part. The weirdest part was that the people that owned the house were there, sat in their living room playing German Schlager. I mean, to each their own, you know, nothing wrong with that. And the man just sat there in his rocking chair humming along to the music. His wife didn't even acknowledge us. But he just sat there in his rocking chair humming along to the music, and then Sen and I sat at the dining table going, I really want to just run away from here. This is awkward. Yeah, so then the salesman showed up late. And as we were like shown around, got the viewing, it was very obvious that these people did not want to sell their house. They made no attempt to clean. There were no moving boxes, there were no things packed. It was very clear that these people did not want to sell their house. So, yeah. Yeah, we left. We left and never called them back. Oh, good grief. Yeah. Interesting thing. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Understandable. Yeah, right? The whole vibe was just... Yeah, okay, bye. All right, let's move the camera over to the table. There we go. As I adjust some things, I'm going to quickly mute myself while I set up everything on the craft table. Couple minutes, I'll be right back. There we go. Yeah, I think you guys can see enough. You can see me. You can see Soul. Very important. It was very cozy. Right. Grab my things. Hydrate, thank you, Byron. And yeah, DJ, that's the case. I'm saving up to get a wire. You know, one of the things you clip to your shirt, and then have one of those boxes. But yeah, those things are expensive. So I'll probably change my donor goal after stream from the BU chair that I've got up right now, because even though my chair, like my PC chair, is still she's wearing a wire, the deal is off. Yeah. You know, even though my desk chair is like all creaky and not very good for my back and stuff, I think I'll be spending I'll definitely be spending most of my streams here on this table, on this chair, which are quite comfortable actually. But yeah. So I'll change my donor goal from the chair to a wire. Good news is it's a lot less. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Because it would be ideal, because then you guys would still be able to hear me even when I like get up and move around, grab stuff. And well, the good thing is I don't have to worry about the things I put down on the table like I had to with my desk, because drinking from a well, that's the first time we've seen someone drink from a fire extinguisher. You've never seen my sippy cup, DJ? You never seen my sippy cup? Look, it's got all the stickers on there. This is 2 liters. Because I am terrible at hydrating. Well, I guess you couldn't really see it before, because it was... Yeah, my camera frame was a lot smaller. Big bottle energy. But yeah. Two liters in this bad boy. So I know that when I finish this one, well, I need to finish one a day, basically. Yeah, we got a few things I want to do today. I glued the foam to these. Another one for the show. What do you mean? Another one for the show? The big bottle energy? Good grief. Yeah, I cut this last stream because we finished the foam for the skull, for the bird skull. I'll be ordering some Worbla at the end of the week. My salary is in. So we'll be doing this next week. Covering this in Worbla. Sanding it, smoothing it, painting it. Maybe add some details. I'll look at it when it's like covered in Worbla. Then I might smooth out some details, add a few details. We'll see. Yeah, that's the skull. Another one for the show. Another sip from the fire. Oh god. What is it with you people and making food weird? I think that's a community thing that we do. I kind of like it. It's how we bond. Like, everything I make is forbidden something. I drink from a fire extinguisher. The first set of Ewok airs I made were forbidden ham sandwiches. When we made the gingerbread house that you would be able to keep longer, it was the forbidden Play-Doh. Right, the cups I made from the Worbla, like the Ewok air cups were the forbidden crisps, I think. Speaking of forbidden foods and drinks, you were starting to get worried about the glass on the table. It's one. I'm not drinking. This is paint water. This is paint water. No worry. And R2 is here to hold pens because it's chipped on the bottom. And it has a crack in it that you cannot see like on the outside, but you can no longer drink from it. So now R2 is my pen holder. Things get really weird when we start talking about woodwind instruments. Yeah, Valo knows all about the woodwind, I've been told. You people. I was making these last week because I was feeling anxious and I needed something to do. So I made toenails. Because what else do you do, right? When you're feeling anxious, you just make toenails. Who doesn't make toenails? So I was making these, and then put on the first layer of paint. And then Sen, who was sitting at the table, which is why I had to grab the extra chair, was like, "Kinda looks snacky." Like, how? And the glass has just been dishwashered for years. Oh, grief, yeah. Yeah, erosion. But yeah, so it was like, these look kind of snacky. It was like, how do these look snacky? No, thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, to each their own, right? Something like this. Anyway, they'll be glued on. But first I'll paint them some more. But yeah. Got the foam on the shoes. And I'll still be able to put them on. So that's good. You cut away some foam here. I will do in a minute. With my knife. Same here. Just shape the back of it because it's square. You appreciate the cat cam? Yeah, isn't she cute? Like, tiniest little kitten. She's an adult, by the way. Don't let that tiny body fool you. This is a full-grown cat. Just stopped growing at one point. And she knows she's cute. I woke up somewhere in the middle of the night because I heard her meowing, screeching, which are still these tiny, high-pitched squeaks. But I woke up, so I was like half asleep, and I was like, "Yeah, come on in," because my door wasn't locked. It wasn't like in the lock even, just half closed. Like, yeah, just come in, and she kept screeching. So I walked over to the door, opened it, and there's no cat. And suddenly from behind me, I hear this very offended, very loud because she wasn't standing at the door. She was standing at the window, waiting for me to let her in. And of course I did, because she's so cute. No, but yeah. Spoiled rotten animals in this house. I'll tell you that. Oh, it's about lunchtime. Yeah, enjoy your food. Thanks for hanging out with us, DJ. So I will not be adding fur to these. Even after I've glued on the toes, I will not be adding the fur just yet because I need to figure out how I'm going to make the suit itself and how I can make it blend into whole outfit best. And I haven't been able to do research on it because yeah, like I said, I've had a hectic week, which overloads my brain. So that's something for another time. So need this. I will not need this. Brown, some black. Yeah. These paints are like really old. They still do the job for these type of things, but so I want to see how it looks when I use like a type of dry brushing technique. So what I do is I grab a brush, I think. Hi Panda, welcome on in. Oh hi. But yeah, I grab a brush. It's one of my older brushes. The paint that I put on, paint that I grab, I will smear out until it's almost dry. That's when I'll use it. Also, like they always walk barefoot. You're gonna have muddy paws. Yeah, this is much better. Brush is a lot softer. Yeah, you can use a brush that is made for dry brushing techniques, or in this case I just grabbed an old one that the hairs are no longer in a nice thin straight line, but they're pretty spreading outwards. So you can't use this to paint detailed things because, well, yeah, the hairs are like all over the place. They won't make a neat line anymore. But for this technique, hey. Making the bottom of the toe prettier than... Oh. They walk on. Hi, Molly. Just checking that I'm here. I just... Suddenly there was this tiny kitten face. Kitty face staring at me like, Mom, could you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep. That is the life here. Our house. Very rough life. Net soul. So I feel like dry brushing, it worked, but have the effect too much of the ink was still coming through. I made these lines a little coarser than I intended. While the paint drying, I can still remove it. Here's a different technique where you make the paint very watery. Wash it. Which does the opposite of dry brushing. Because with dry brushing, the paint will not seep into the details, will not get into the ridges. And with inking or washing techniques, the paint gets into all of the ridges, all of the detail, but not at the top surface. So it'll accentuate those details in a different. And I gently blot it to pick up the excess paint from the top, so it's just accentuating the detail. You can do that a couple times until you're satisfied with the results. Yeah, this is techniques that I've learned from painting miniatures and watching people paint miniatures. You're great, getting ready to go to a barbecue. Nice. How are you? How's the floods? So it stopped raining, thankfully. It was already sunny yesterday and it's really sunny out today, which is helping my mental health a lot. The water is finding its way out, finding its way well into the ground now that it's no longer completely saturated. People can start going back and figuring out what our house thankfully is on top of a hill, so we don't have any damage. We haven't had, well, apart from water seeping through the wall into the kitchen, but that happened last year as well when we didn't have floods. So it's just heavy rainfall that does that. Yeah. hoping that we don't get more rain soon and covering. I say we, I mean as a region, as a country. No, I avoid it mostly. So please don't mention anything from the news so I can look at it. Not saying that you would, by the way, but it's just a message in general. To like, hey, if you see something on the news, please don't mention it. Like to any streamer, because when you're streaming, that is your entire world for a few hours, you know? You don't have time to keep up with the news and the notifications you get. You're in your bubble. You're in your own happy place, really, because that's why you stream. And reading news. And again, I'm not saying that any of you would. None of you have, as far as I know. But I have seen it happen in other streams and other chats where people just like, whoa, did you see this and this happened there and there? I know people that are very close to me that don't read the news because it makes them anxious, because they cannot deal with it. They have enough going on by themselves. The fact that they cannot help these people, everything that's going on in the news makes them very anxious. So yeah, just don't mention the news. By the way, I don't mind you saying like, hey, wow, reading the news is not good for the mood right now, because yeah, I know. Because it's a different thing when the streamer themselves, like me now, starts talking about the floods. I mentioned a bit about it in Discord because that's why I couldn't stream Thursday when I wanted to, and on Friday. That is different because then I choose to bring that into my bubble, bring that into my stream. Yeah. Yeah, just happy everyone, you know. Yeah, everyone is safe. Me too, Bytrot. Definitely, definitely. I've also checked in with friends abroad that I know either live in regions that were also struggling with the floods, or have relatives that live in those regions. Yeah, checked in with a few. Thankfully, everyone is safe as far as I know. But yeah, I do appreciate that, Byron. Well, you stream yourself, you know what it's like, and you understand that it's, yeah. When you're streaming, you don't want to hear, like when you're streaming, you don't want to hear about terrible things that are happening in the world, because they can be quite unsettling, and it ruins the mood, not just of yourself, but of, well, everyone really, because the mood that you're in as a streamer, it transfers, it translates onto your audience, onto your chat. Thank you for the lurk, Sandbar. So if you're like having heavy emotions, if you like are in shock because you just heard something awful on the news, then your chat is gonna feel awkward. They either are gonna be upset themselves because they hadn't heard about the news, because they either choose not to shut up, they've gotten going on for themselves, or because they, well, obviously people hang out in your stream because they like you, you know. But apart from trolls who just secretly want, just want to be loved, but have a very hard time expressing that. But yeah, generally people that are in your chat are there because they like you, and then seeing you in a bad mood, they help you. In Dutch, we have a word for it that doesn't translate, which is gezellig. It's cozy, it's nice, you're having a good time, you're just chatting with friends, loved ones, just gezellig, nice, cozy, good time. Making a streamer upset is not gezellig. Hi, Nightquest. The skull. This is a bird skull I made out of foam, and it's gonna go on top of the head of my Ewok costume, because I'm making an Ewok shaman. Well, welcome on in. How are you doing today? During streams, you like to be disconnected from what's happening in the news. Yeah, me too. Because you'd like to create a safe space for people wanting to get away from that as well. Yeah, exactly, Byron. Exactly, that's it. You just, like, you stream to feel good. You stream to be happy, to hang out with friends. And create a safe space. Yeah, that's really important. Like, our home, our physical home, we'll refer to it sometimes as a safe house. Because it's safe. Our house is a safe place. And I want that feeling to translate into my streams as well. Everyone's welcome, just don't be a dick, you know? And sometimes when people say something that is like really out of character, or things that might upset someone, but they're not doing that on purpose, it's also good that we can just say, hey, no, you didn't mean it that way, but that's really offensive, or that's actually not a nice thing to say, and then we can just talk about it. That is part of being a safe place. Something that Aprox has really taught me in the last few months is that difficult conversations need to happen. We have those, and honestly, I'm getting better at them. But like in the beginning, I used to feel it like it was a personal attack, even though it wasn't. But that is because the way I was raised. We would never talk about difficult things. We would pretend they never happened. Yeah, safe place. Safe environment. You had a thing for shaman back in school? Found them mystical. I must admit, I have not looked into what it entails to be like a shaman. But it's the type of Ewok that I want to mostly because I also really like nature, druids and stuff. And shamans are, what I know about them is shamans are connected to the spiritual world, ancestors, and provide wisdom and healing to their people. Yeah, right now I'm making toes. idea for whoever is daft. Oh god, daft enough to go through with it. A company making electrical stir fry pans under the name Ewok might make a good doodle request. It's a cosplay. It's a cosplay request. Yeah. If I can show you the mask, however, first, if someone could please put an exclamation mark CW in chat, which is a content warning, because I'm about to show you the mask as far as I've got it right now. Thank you, Panda. And I know some of you don't like masks or dolls or anything like that, so that's a content warning for you all. I'll ask someone to put it in chat when it's done, and I'll let you know verbally. So if you have to step out for a minute, I understand. I'm gonna quickly grab it. There we go. Couldn't resist cuddling the kitty. I see I need to put some fluff on the inside of the ear, but yeah, so I'll need to put fur like back. I need to fix some things on the inside of the mask, really, but yeah, the helmet is almost done. Yeah, thank you. I've highlighted all of my streams so far. I've made it on stream. There's only a few things that I did off stream, but I've made this one on stream. So if you want to take a look, they're all highlighted videos. I was barely in time to highlight the one from 2 weeks ago. I did that just before I started my stream. So that one's saved as well. We got them all. And then I'll highlight this one and the last one after stream. But yeah, and then we'll be covered in Worbla next week because I need to order a sheet of Worbla. And I'll cover this in Worbla, add some details, sand it, paint it, and it'll go like on the headdress. We'll also make a scarf for it out of fake leather. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna put the mask away now. I'll be back in a sec. But yeah, it's a cosplay. It's not specifically for any event. Not just because of the pandemic, but it's also because the only excuse I have is that I've wanted to make one for years. And then I asked chat with the community challenge, like, hey, would you guys like to see this? And they were like, heck yeah. So here we are. I've wanted to make one for years, and I'm so happy that I'm finally making one. It's surreal. And I'm using the Rebel Legion guidelines. Yeah, thank you, Senbar. Yeah. Oh, Senbar, if you could please put in chat that the mask is now no longer on screen, that would be great, because I said I'd give people a heads up. And I'm nowhere near my keyboard. Or anyone else, because I think Sen is busy making lunch. If not, I can... See if can I. Boop. There we go. Thank you, Panda. There we go. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how do I do this chat on my phone, but yeah, thanks. Yeah. Thanks. So what I'm doing now is got these shoes, these sneakers. I've covered in foam to make them bigger, wider. And I'm painting the toes because I got these. These are well, just Halloween monster hands. And since Ewoks only have 3 fingers, I cut off the rest, and they only have 3 toes as well. So, yeah, I used the rest of the fingers that I cut off to make toes. And they all look like this when I started. I don't know if you can see them. If not, then you can see it in previous streams. But yeah, I made excuse me. I made toenails out of Worbla, which is a thermoplast. Added ridges, and now I'm painting them. So I can then glue them onto the front of the sneaker. Whoop. Sorry, Solly. Sorry, babe. Accidentally dropped it off of the edge of the table on top of Sol, who was sleeping on the chair, as you can see right there. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Basically using techniques that I've learned from painting miniatures and watching people paint miniatures that we use for D&D. I haven't painted miniatures in a long while. I was actually talking about that with Jam Jarbrain yesterday. Because he said, like, I haven't painted minis in forever because, like, I don't paint it when I'm by myself. Because then it's not as much fun. But, like, if you're doing it with a friend, if you're doing it with like a friend or a group of friends, then it's much more fun because you're all working on the same project. D&D. Yeah, I know. Fucking hell, Panda. I haven't played D&D in a year and a half now. Because, well, no, a year now. Because, well, we stopped playing, like, IRL, because of the pandemic. And we try to do it digitally, but like my main group is a group of 5 people with ADHD, and then Sanbar is our DM. We're easily sidetracked as is, and then when you're behind your PC, you know, where you have everything at the click of a button, it's very hard to focus on the game. And actually, when we played D&D, like IRL at a table together, I would be painting miniatures. I wouldn't be painting details, but I would paint miniatures because I could keep my hands and my eyes occupied. I could keep my hands and my eyes busy while my ears and brain was focused on the game, on the story. But yeah. That worked great, actually. I always need something to fidget with, and then what better thing to do than, like, basically I would just be priming them, just painting them black. I know some people do use a spray can for that, but I would just sit there, just palette, black paint, brush, priming miniatures, just to fidget. Easily sidetracked is the gateway to tangents and adventures. Yeah. And it is great when you're easily sidetracked in game, like you're getting easily sidetracked, and suddenly instead of defeating the big bad, you're helping the farmer like find his chickens back. That is great. But when you're playing D&D digitally, and easily sidetracked means that suddenly you're doing the taxes that you've been putting off for months. Or like because you're not doing anything else on the computer other than being in a call and playing D&D. Then easily sidetracked becomes a because like yeah, takes you away from the game. And besides that would have like not the paying taxes part, but getting distracted while playing D&D happens IRL as well. But at that point it's easier for us as a like players to like nudge someone, or for the DM to start drawing something in the middle of the table to get everyone's attention back. Or like as a DM asking someone specifically, what do you do? Draws them back to the game, draws their attention back to the table. And that is very hard to do when you're playing digitally, because there is no movement in the corner of your eye. There is no like there might be, but not from the DM nudging you, hey, this is happening. How would you react? What does your character do? Or anything really to get their attention back to the game? And IRL, you don't get as distracted as well, doing your taxes.
If it is the famous French food you want, it seems you've either got to find a good restaurant and eat out, or learn the art of French cooking and do it yourself.
What if I don't want to learn the art of French cooking? Yeah, I miss it. I miss it terribly. And like I can imagine when you're playing on like say on Adventure Tavern. Can I get a shout out for Adventure Tavern, by the way? If anyone could please, if anyone, you know what? I'd already forgotten that. I literally just figured out I can do. Hey, there we go. Like I can imagine if you're like a player on Adventure Tavern, which you all, by the way, should check out, because there's some amazing people on there. Some people that have become very good friends of mine in the past year. And they play all different kinds. They play D&D and other tabletop RPGs. Friday they were playing Vampire the Masquerade, and tonight hi Olga, how are you? Friday was hot vampire shit, yeah, and tonight is Empire, and I've forgotten what system is that. Is Dark Heresy? Is that the name of the system? Panda, you know this. Probably know this. Thank you. Then kind of putting you on the spot here, Panda. But you're a mod there. So which means you know everything about all of the Adventure Tavern. What's up, Mangle? How are you doing? I don't have a DD command. I should make a DD command. I'm making toes. You have entered an awkward time when I was doing voices. Yeah, that happens. That happens. It's a thing. But how are you doing today? Dark Heresy, yeah, with few rules changes. I don't even know what the basic rule set is, so... But yeah, you should go out and check out Adventure Tavern if you like tabletop RPG. Anyway, Michael, please ignore my broken keyboard. You're saving for a new laptop. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. No worries. My dad only recently replaced his laptop because he had to. No, you don't have to fix it. It's fine. Fine. No worries. My dad only recently swapped his laptop because his backspace, his delete, and his escape button stopped working. But yeah, it's a... The one you're using is 4 years old. Isn't that like the average lifespan of computer hardware nowadays? Well, not lifespan, but like until it's considered to be outdated? Or am I getting that wrong completely? I haven't been at work for a year now, so I've forgotten all the knowledge that I had. But yeah, I don't know if it was the voices that I was doing that you found awkward, Mangle, or the fact that I am painting toes. Because, you know, both is valid. Well, before you do that, take some advice from a stranger on the internet and make sure that all your personal data is gone. Because if you don't, you might send it off with a bang, but also send all your personal data off with a bang out into the interwebs. Which could, yeah, best to avoid. What time is it here? Oh, I actually haven't put that up right now. It is, hello? It's a 1/4 wristband at the moment. And 1/4 to 2 p.m. where I live. Apparently I hadn't, like, I've been wearing my smartwatch while it was off. Because I'm smart. Like my watch. It's 9:45 p.m. Right? On Sunday or Saturday? If you want to share, by the way, you don't have to share if you... Because for me, it's 2 p.m. on a Sunday. Almost 2 p.m. on a Sunday. Yeah. A happy time zone to all. Because that is a lot easier to say than happy insert time of day here. And also a lot friendlier. Happy time zone. You're Australian. You're ahead of us then. Ah. Don't worry, I will spare you the time travel jokes. They're a bit outdated. Hey. It's 7:46 a.m. Hey. Early bird. Well, I say early bird, but like I said, I haven't been at work for a year now because I'm on sick leave for my mental health. I have to set an alarm at 8:30 to be having breakfast at 9 nowadays. To be fair, I've never been a morning person. I've always been a night owl. But never been able to live on my natural rhythm. Except for when I worked at the pub. That was in my student years, so technically I didn't really live according to my rhythm. I just slept whenever I could. But yeah, rule of thumb here is I need at least 2 hours to be awake before I can do anything. I used to wake up at 6, so I'd be able to drive at 8. I'm not sure what happened there, but thank you, mods. too much paint. You need about 2 hours as well. Yeah. You love the music? Yeah, Kiki's delivery service. Yeah, it's in a playlist that is apparently DMCA free. If not, it'll get muted, and I know which playlist not to use. Would be a shame, really, but yeah. All the shit that's going on. For self-care routines such as taking a shower and meds to kick in. Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I start off. I have my routines as well. I need my routines to function. And honestly, hi, Sholly. Am I talking too loud again, baby?
Eats a DN just resubscribed for 4 months. What does this button do?
What does this button do? Hi, Dean. Welcome on in. Oh man, thank you for the the 4 months. Yeah, nice. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, Sen, because of the chaos, I completely forgot. You've subscribed for 9 months, which means we have a Twitch baby. And we need to make a Twitch baby. Gonna be my first Twitch baby. Because yeah, that's what happens. After you subscribe for 9 months, you have a Twitch baby. It's tradition. And the way I want to do it is I want to actually like draw that. And well, because you're the first person to subscribe for 9 months, I now actually have to think about how I want to do this. You had a 2-hour nap. Ah, is it that warm in the where you are? I was gonna say something, but I wasn't sure if that was correct, so I didn't. You're playing modded Minecraft. It's 600. But, like, I don't get it, Quinn. Anything above 60 FPS, like, your eyes literally cannot differentiate, so... I mean, good on ya. But... yeet the baby. 24 feels like 25, but high humidity. Yeah, tell me about high humidity. Because of the floods, and then yesterday we had 24, and I think today we have 25 degrees or something like that. But not all the water has been evaporated or, yeah. I feel you. I would send hugs, but that would only create more warmth. Finding her flopped out on the floor. Oh, poor thing. Yeah. The cats, when it's really hot out, they will usually sleep in the hallway, which is a stone floor, or in the kitchen, or tiles. Yeah. But yeah, I got a kitty cam today because Sol decided that she's sleeping on her chair, because this is the chair that she usually sleeps in. Get some peace and quiet, because why sleep in a perfectly good cat bed and there's a chair? Yeah, thank you. That's Sol. It was about 7 pounds or 3 kilos. Tiny one. Tiny, tiny kitty. Oh, see you in a bit, Dean. That's my sippy cup, by the way, my 2-liter sippy cup. That DJ dubbed the fire extinguisher earlier. So there's that. Let's see what I want to do. Well, first off, I need to figure out a way to make these hands less squished. My tiny hands are not going to be able to do that. They reach till about here, but that means that I can. Oh, the thumb will go in. That means that I can add some filling to the fingertips. At least make them appear like actually shaped instead of hollow. Vinyl? I think it's vinyl. Think about what to add. I'm from the Netherlands, so I'm not a native English speaker, as my accent has undoubtedly given away at this point. Yeah. From the Netherlands. Guess I'll just use tissues for today. At least shape these. I can add fingers to these too. Fingernails, sorry. And yourself, Nyquist? Or is it Nyquist? Feel free to correct me, by the way, if I get your username wrong. I don't mind that. In fact, I like to get your name right. So, should I pronounce anyone's name wrong, just correct me. Okay, I'm chill. Chilly. I am not a native English speaker. Hydrate and posture check. Thank you, Sen. I can words. Let me quickly stuff this one. Welcome back, Dean. Hope your PC is a lot happier with the reboot. All right. Oh, you speak... Yeah, of course, you speak Spanish. Yeah. Okay, cool. I can get so flustered when I like don't know how to pronounce something. Like I've gotten used to not knowing a word for something in English because it's not my native language, and even so, there are words in Dutch that I completely forget. But like not knowing how to pronounce something just shuts my brain down because I'm like, what do I say? I don't know how to pronounce this. I feel so like, yeah. I just feel dumb for not knowing. Okay, so when I made these, I made these as well, which are little templates for the nails. And since these, since these are cut off from gloves like these, in theory, should have a matching shape. I do. 3. That's a 4. Six. This one's 2, or are you even bigger than that? Bigger than that? Definitely a 2. So I've used these templates to mark the numbers on the nails of the template that matches. I'll put these aside real quick. They're all dry. We're gonna stick these onto the shoes in a little bit. Yeah, so I have Worbla. which is a thermoplast I mentioned earlier, which means if you heat this up, you can completely shape it. There's a light adhesive on one side. You can completely shape it, mold it in the way you want it. And that's what I'll be making toenails out of, like I've done for these. I'm gonna turn them from this into this. Give them that little bit more realism. Two of 6. And I'll just mark that on here, and you can cut this regular scissors. It'll take a little bit more strength, but you can do it. If you prefer, you can also cut it with a hobby knife or anything of the sort. 6, 4. And 2 of 3? Yeah. And this stuff, the Worbla, is the same stuff that I'll be using to cover the time chill thingy. But this is the same stuff that I'll be using to cover the bird skull, because it has adhesive on one side, so I can just buy a big sheet, bolt that over it while I use my heat gun to heat it up, and then it'll fold itself around the foam. Because it's with the heat gun, I can apply heat where I need it. And then while it's warm, you can shape it. You just need to be careful not to burn your fingers. You're not designed for this weather. No, I'm not either. It's they'll knock on wood, but it's a very pleasant temperature here at the moment, and I wish you refreshing drinks and not a lot of things that need to be done, so you can relax and wait for this heat wave to blow over. But yeah, as you see, I can just cut this with scissors. It requires a little bit of strength, but they'll very well be cut with. I'm not too fussed about getting the shape exactly right, because I know that when this gets hot, it really morphs the shape. Relax, but Thinky Game Civ 6. It's a cool 22 Celsius here. Okay, let me check. I got both of my windows open, but my room is one of the coolest in this house. And I don't just mean like cool, but 25. 25C. Outside. I don't know about inside. But I think that soul on the kitty cam has melted. I think she's pretty warm. All right. I am going to take a quick break. I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. And I need lunch. My tummy's got the rumblies. You gotta head out for foods and gatherings. Thank you, Panda. You have a great time zone too. Enjoy the barbecue. I hope it's all tasty food. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and I'll catch you next time. Speaking of foods, lunchtime for me, like I said, this would be a good opportunity for you to get up, stretch, grab a drink, grab a snack, you know, the usual. And I'll be back in a few minutes. There we go. Hi everyone. I return. I had a bit of a longer break because I had to figure out what I wanted to eat. I was like, okay, I'll just take you know, a cup of ramen, some noodles. One flavor I hadn't had in a very long time, but it I think it was probably a bad batch or something, because all I could taste was anise. And I hate that taste. Yeah, that was neat. Yeah, I quickly fixed myself some peanut butter on toast. All good. Let's eat some more for dinner. And we're gonna paint in a bit. I'll just put that here. Okay, I'm gonna test something that I have not had the chance to test. Like, I've used this heat gun before, but I have no idea how well my microphone picks this up. Cool. Not at all. Awesome. So yeah, I can just do this as long as I don't talk. I don't think it'll pick up. Neat. So now it's warm, viable. Stuck it to vinyl. Now use my own nails to create some. I can just take them on. Let it cool down. Yeah, that's one done. I don't know if you could see the difference clearly. I think so. Right, last one. Um, they're all stuck on. But to get them to this, I need to prime them, gesso, and then paint them. Get out this thing again. Just to prime them, just to give them a base coat. I'm just using acrylic paint, nothing fancy. Let dry for a bit. While that dries, I think I'm gonna glue on the toes. Yeah. Yeah, these are my sneakers with the foam. Here are the toes. I'm gonna use a hot glue gun for these. Now I'm just gonna position them to see how I done. And I've stuffed these with some foam scraps. And I'm gonna glue them on higher than they are positioned now. Because if I would glue them like right onto the ground, I'd kick them off at some point. I would just take a step and then break off. So not designed to take that amount of pressure. Hey, that's a great t-shirt you have there. Why, thank you, Valen. Why, thank you. I'll post a picture later because I managed to match my eyeshadow. It's on fire because of the colors scheme, you know? Okay. But yeah, it's Abby Stabby design and Val and Vane merchandise. I like it. I like it a lot. Shut up. Also, I'm not I'm not even surprised that that is what calls you out of lurk. Oh, vain one. You have a reputation to uphold. I get it. Hey, so you saw it earlier when you popped in. You're going to say something. You're talking about something serious. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sometimes we do that. Sobering up. Yeah. How are you recovering from the birthday shenanigans? busy that your house become a shit tip. Taking the time to correct this. Well, good on ya. And I'm happy that my streams well, my stream is on in the background while you do that. Just some chill vibes today, not much lewdness going on for a change. So far you've drank every night since the birthday. Ah, you're just postponing the hangover. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow. Postponing hangover indefinitely. Oh, you. Valen, your wholesome is showing. You got your wholesome sticking out there again. Out tonight as well. We're watching the 10th Kingdom tonight. You need tighter pants. Your wholesome also pops out. Well, I mean, maybe that is the whole problem. They're so tight that they're squeezing out the wholesome. Just saying. Knife is unrelated to the things I just said, by the way. Why do I feel the need to clarify? I don't know. Wear looser pants to keep the wholesome in. I mean, maybe. You've seen the kind of pants he wears. I don't get much tighter than that. I mean, if you want the pants to get any tighter than the ones you're wearing, Valen, then you'd have to put them on and sit in a bathtub with water so it like sticks to your skin. And then, I don't know, use a blow dryer or something to dry it so it's like super tight. You've seen what kind of pants he wears. He likes sharing what kind. I mean, yes. Or like paint them on himself. Like, would be kind of difficult to paint like your the back. So assless chaps. I don't know. But then like in body paint. Just because she can't see that part. She can't reach around. Okay. But then again, Fallon has so many mirrors, he could probably position them so that he would have like 360 view. Dip him in latex and then powder him down. So he doesn't stick to himself. Oh god. Like making candles. Just, oh. That'll be the first act of ValenCon. Dipping Valen in latex. Oh no. Oh no. And we're back to Silicon Valen. Welp. Like, wrap the... Oh god, wrap the adult bits in cling wrap so it doesn't stick there. Powder down the lines. Dip them in a vat of latex. And there you have the tightest fitting latex pant you could possibly get. Genius. Is this a project for the craft table? Oh, okay. Could you imagine? Yes, we are. Totally a project for the craft table. There we go. Yes, the birthday present. Yes. Why is this not Also, I need to be right back. I burnt myself on my hot glue gun, and well, needing medical attention is also part of self-care, so I'll be right back.